say something that might completely reframe how you think about anxiety as a woman. For a huge number of women, anxiety isn't a chemical imbalance in the brain, it's a hormonal imbalance in the body, specifically low progesterone. And if that's true for you, then taking anxiety medication may be treating the symptom, not the cause. In this video, I'm going to explain why progesterone is one of the most calming hormones in the female body, how low progesterone can directly cause anxiety, panic, and insomnia, and why some women don't need another prescription. They need hormone support, and what bioidentical progesterone actually does and what it doesn't do. Stick with me because at the end of this video, you'll know whether anxiety meds make sense for you or whether progesterone might be the missing piece, plus an action plan based on your specific circumstances. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not medical advice. Please talk with a qualified practitioner before starting or changing anything. Progesterone is often misunderstood. Most people think of estrogen as the female hormone, but progesterone is the hormone that keeps estrogen balanced and keeps the nervous system calm. Here's the key thing that most people don't know. Progesterone converts in the brain to a compound called allopregnanolone. That compound directly activates GABA receptors, the same calming brain pathway targeted by benzodiazepines, anti-anxiety meds, and sleep meds. In simple terms, progesterone naturally calms the brain. It slows racing thoughts. It reduces nervous system overdrive, and it helps with sleep and emotional stability. So when progesterone drops, the brain loses one of its primary calming signals. So what happens when progesterone is low? First of all, low progesterone is incredibly common, especially in women over 35, in women under a lot of stress, in women with irregular cycles, in women who are approaching perimenopause, in women who have stopped hormonal birth control. Here's what low progesterone often looks like: anxiety that comes out of nowhere, panic attacks without a clear trigger, insomnia, especially waking at 2 to 4 a.m. in the morning, feeling wired but exhausted, mood swings before your period, heart racing, tight chest, internal shaking. Any of that sound familiar? This isn't you being broken. This is your nervous system running without enough progesterone brake fluid. So why is it that some anxiety meds don't fix the problem? Well, this is where things get uncomfortable. Many women are prescribed anxiety medication without any hormone testing. So what happens? The medication dampens the symptoms, but the root cause, the hormonal imbalance, remains. Side effects stack up, and anxiety often returns stronger over time. For some women, anxiety meds are absolutely necessary and life-saving. But for many others, they're masking progesterone deficiency, not correcting it. And here's the big clue. If your anxiety is worse in the luteal phase, right before your period or during perimenopause, hormones are almost certainly involved. Let's clear something up. Bioidentical progesterone is not the same thing as synthetic progestins. This matters a lot. Synthetic progestins can increase anxiety. Bioidentical progesterone matches what your body naturally makes. Bioidentical progesterone supports GABA activity. It helps counter estrogen dominance. It improves sleep quality. It reduces nervous system hyperarousal. It's often prescribed as oral capsules, topical creams, or vaginal formulations. And no, it's not a sedative. It restores balance so your brain can calm itself. Let me pause here for a second, because if you're listening and thinking, okay, this explains way too much, then I want to make sure you don't accidentally go down the wrong path next. Because progesterone can be incredibly helpful, but only if you use it correctly. Wrong form, wrong timing, wrong dosage, that can actually make anxiety worse. So I put together a free guide called the Progesterone Protection Protocol. It will walk you through the right form of progesterone to use, and this really matters more than people think. It'll walk you through how to use it safely and intelligently, and it will walk you through the most common mistakes women make that keep them stuck and anxious. If you want that, then click the link in the description or the pinned comment below and grab the Progesterone Protection Protocol. It's completely free and it'll give you clarity before you try to fix this on your own. All right, now let's talk about who this actually applies to and who it doesn't. Let's be clear and responsible here. This is not saying everyone should stop anxiety meds. It's not saying progesterone fixes everything. It's not saying mental health is only hormonal. This does apply, though, if anxiety is cyclical, if symptoms worsen before your period, if you're in perimenopause, if you have estrogen dominant symptoms, and if sleep is worse than mood. This may not apply if anxiety started in childhood, if there's severe trauma without hormonal patterns, if symptoms are constant and non cyclical. The goal is root cause thinking, not blanket advice. Here's the biggest mistake I see: women blaming themselves. They think I'm weak. I can't handle stress. Something's wrong with me. When in reality, their hormones changed and nobody explained what that means for the brain. Progesterone isn't optional, it's protective. And ignoring it can turn a calm, capable woman into someone who feels anxious, reactive, exhausted, even though nothing externally changed. So, what do you do next? If this resonated, here's a practical path forward. 1, track when anxiety shows up in your cycle. 2, work with a practitioner such as myself who understands hormone testing. 3, distinguish bioidentical progesterone from synthetic hormones. 4, address stress, sleep, and blood sugar. They drain progesterone fast. 5, don't self diagnose, personalize. And yes, sometimes anxiety medication and hormone support together is the right move. This isn't an either or, it's precision. If this video helped you understand anxiety differently, please like the video, subscribe, and comment below if your anxiety feels cyclical. I read every comment. And if you want to go deeper, you'll love the video on the screen about progesterone deficiency dangers nobody warns you about.